Prosperity team, it's Dr. Money coming to you from the prosperity corner of the universe where silliness is sacred and nobody's perfect. I am your POP, your professor of prosperity, and I'm here so that all of our lives can pop with prosperity. Happy Halloween. I know it's probably a little bit late for that, but as you can see, I have on my hat. My son-in-law went as Elvis, so I had this hat, and I said that I was Elvis's psychic, and my husband had an Elvis wig, and he said he was Elvis's manager, and my daughter went as Priscilla Presley, and she got a long wig, and we had a wonderful time. And our grandchildren, one of them dressed up like a bat and the other one like a pilot. It's been a wonderful Halloween. And I just want to tell you about a little magic in my life. You've heard my favorite affirmation is, I have what I need when I need it. And yesterday I was fixing a new recipe, and it called for 2 teaspoons of rosemary, and I thought, oh, that's cool, I've got 2 teaspoons of rosemary. But when I looked at the recipe, it called for 2 teaspoons of fresh rosemary, and I go, oh, the rosemary I have is not fresh. And then I remembered a few days before I had taken a couple of fresh sprigs of rosemary off my daughter's rosemary bush and put it in a Ziploc bag, put a little tiny bit of water in it, put it in my purse. I forgot about it. It was some that I was going to come home and grow from the stem rather than the seed. And so I go to my purse. There's a live rosemary. I cut it up, and guess how much there is? 2 teaspoons. So there was exactly what I needed for the recipe. I call that cooking synchronicity, baking synchronicity, because it seems like I'll need 2 cups of flour, and I'll do my recipe, and there'll be exactly 2 cups of flour is what I have. Or I need 1 egg, and I have 1 egg in the refrigerator, or it just happens like that all the time. So I just want to say a few things about trick or treat. It used to be that the poor people would go to the wealthier people's home for this All Hallows Eve, for Halloween, and they would perform a trick or sing or do something for a treat. So it was a trick or a performance for a treat, and it was not trick or treat, which I think is really cool. This morning I woke up and I just had this overarching need to pray for my ancestors. And so I started bringing up the names of all the people that I could think of that had died, and my family members, and just sending them light and thinking about them and honoring them. And then a little bit later, someone was talking about Halloween, and they say, well, on Halloween, that's when the veils are thin. That's when we supposedly can more communicate with those who have crossed over. We call those the dead, those who no longer have a human body. And so I was pretty wowed at my intuitive urge to communicate with all these people, because I hadn't even thought about it was Halloween when I woke up in the morning. I had our grand dog. I'd taken care of her for the weekend, and she had started crying last night in the middle of the night, and I went and got her and put her in bed, and then my other dog was chewing. I was up half the night, so I was half asleep this morning when I got up, and the first thing I think about is this praying for the ancestors. So life communicates to us in so many different ways all the time, whether it's giving us what we need when we need it in terms of material things like 2 teaspoons of rosemary, or whether it's giving us emotional, psychological, and spiritual help. Those things are always right at the tip of consciousness, just waiting to get in. This is Dr. Money. I want us to take a deep breath in. If you'll join me in taking a deep breath in, and this is the breath of receiving. Whatever it is that we need, I have what I need when I need it. Let's breathe that in, a part of that sustenance, a part of that nourishment, a part of that cycle of well-being. We breathe that in, and as we exhale our intention that all other beings receive their good as well. My burdens have lifted. Your burdens have lifted. Our burdens have lifted. Our cares are few. Our joy is unlimited. And I love you.